Yeah. Oh, feeling it now. Definitely feeling it now. This extra water's heavy, man. Not too much further anyway. I hope the sound's recording all right. But oh, yeah. These woods are lush, man. Absolutely amazing. The Forestry Commission have been through here quite recently in certain sections, logging, cutting out some of the thick old ones and the damaged trees, which is quite cool. I spoke to one of the guys when I was here last time, and he said this section that we're walking through now, this is the section that they're going to be doing around August time when they lift the ban on logging and tree cutting for nesting birds. But, he said up until that point, as long as we ain't causing problems or lighting huge fires anywhere, we're good to go here, which is quite nice, which means hopefully we won't be bothered if we do get caught. But I kind of try and leave no trace, and if I do have a fire here, we kind of make a conscious effort to disperse all the stuff, the fire pit, bury it all, make sure it's soaked before we leave, and yeah. I wondered what the old drone was going to do there. And like I said, I wondered what the drone was going to do there. Kind of had a bit of a fit with some overhanging branches. It managed to avoid them pretty good, and then it decided to drop through and catch a load, which was mighty clever of it. You would think with all the sensors and all the gubbins on this drone right now that it wouldn't crash, but at least it didn't drop out the sky, and I'm hoping it recorded most of it on the video, because again, if you're not going to post your mistakes and if you're not going to post your mistakes, then what's the point of filming them? You might as well not film nothing. Do you know what I mean? I hope this bit of drone footage turns out alright, because this will be the first time using it for kind of filming myself and trying to record some a little bit of sort of aerial footage for the videos. We're getting close now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to land this and ruck in the rest of the way unfilmed, because if anybody knows the local area, they'll probably know where I am in this woods already. But yeah. Yeah, we finally made it to the woods, and I'm absolutely starving. So I did a little bit of filming on the drone on my way in, hence why it's not on this. And just going to get a bit of scram down me because I haven't had any lunch yet. I'm going for a little pocket mac and cheese. Oh, cup shots mac and cheese. 262 calories a serving. That, some chorizo, some other bits and bobs. That should get me going until later on, when I can get some proper, I say proper food. It'll be just a camp hiking type ready meal. Probably, I don't know what I've got. I think I've got an all-day breakfast and a pasta bolognese. I've tried the pasta bolognese before, that's not too bad. I've also tried the all-day breakfast. That wasn't too bad. The eggs a bit, well, you can imagine. But, I mean, they're quite reasonably high calorie for what they are, and I got them cheap, so I can't complain. I think they're normally roughly about £8 or something each. I picked up 5 or something for under 30 quid posted, all in date. What I will say though is these Wayfarer meals, the ones that are wet, the ones that are not rehydratable, they're heavy, man. Very, very heavy. I would, if I get some more, next time I'll be going for some dehydrated meals, something that I can rehydrate myself. I'd much rather, carry the water, because I can collect it easy along my travels, than carry the weight of all the meals. So, like I said earlier on, I collected 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 litres of water from the river. It didn't record, unfortunately, but I can show you kind of basically on this. So this cup here, it's not this cup, but it's a bit thinner, about yay big, goes on the bottom of my grey water filter. It's got a little tab here, like a little D-ring. I doubled up 50 feet of paracord, so it was 25 foot long, passed it through the loop, passed the 2 loose ends of cord through the loop that had gone through the D-ring, pulled it tight, and then used that to winch the cup up and down, filling my bladder in the process. Pretty simple, really. I haven't done it like that before. Thought it was pretty cool though.
If you're wondering why I'm just looking around, I'm just paying attention to my surroundings. The sun seems to have dropped off rapidly and it got rather grey in here all of a sudden. And also I'm paying attention for what animals are going around. It's very quiet in here today, there's not a lot of birds. It's normally quite rampant with birds. There are people shooting in kind of, where are we? I believe that way's north or thereabouts. So they would be to my west. Whew. That is smoking hot. But yeah, back to food. Just going to have a quick snack for now until I get something more substantial later on. I will save my tomato and my egg for tomorrow. And grab a little bit of cheese. I've also got loads more noodles and stuff I can just chuck in boiled water. Should keep me going for a little while until I get to kind of main meals tonight. Well, if you're wondering what knife this is, it's a more carbon black edition, I do believe. It's the slightly thicker, thicker spine, got a nice square edge on it. I've had it a while. I hadn't really used it that much up until recently. To be honest, I'd misplaced it and couldn't remember for the life of me where I put it. I've got the mac and cheese brewing in the cup there. Just going to give that a quick stir wherever I put my spoon. I just had it in my hand. Spoon, 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 spoon. Yeah, there, mister. Oh, that looks gross. Let's get some knife action on. Go again. Chop a little bit of this cheese. Chuck that in there. I've got a nice little bit of Stilton in the bag. I'll have that later. Cut a little box of cheese in there. Last little bit of chorizo ring. I'm gonna, for some reason, these chorizo rings, the skin on them is rancid. So I end up peeling them myself. Otherwise I find it gets stuck in my teeth and it's an absolute nightmare. I will, I'm going to use my little lid. And we're going to have a few little pieces of chorizo in the mac and cheese. Cut the arse off of it. Eat that bit now. And the old bag will go with the rubbish. I'll clean that in a minute. Get some cleaning materials out of the bag. Right. Bon appetit for me. Catch you shortly. Well, just had some, had me food and decided I'm going to set a tent up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can record this. It might come out alright, it might not. I'm not sure how well it's going to pick this up at the distance I'm at from the camera, but we will try and we will see. Just grab a few bits. It looks like someone's already been here recently, kind of made a bit of a mess. I'm going to kind of tidy this up and get it back to, well, somewhere of what a forest floor should look like, rather than the remnants of a campsite. But I'll do that tomorrow when I leave. I could also do with cleaning the inside of this tent out. I tried earlier on this morning, but it was a bit difficult given the amount of wind and the fresh cut grass up at Barbary Castle. Let's see, Arsene. That's the back. I want it that way. Yeah, I picked this tent up recently. It's a Hilleberg tent. Apparently they're really good. I mean, it seems alright so far. It's a little bit small for my liking. I'm not a massive tent fan either. I would much rather be swinging between these two trees under a tarp in a hammock. I much prefer hammock and tarp camping than tents, to be honest. I don't like the whole getting down, having to get in and out, hands and knees job. It gets a bit tedious after a while. The previous owner of this tent, because I purchased it second hand, because I wouldn't purchase it brand new, it's far too expensive for what it is. But the previous owner made a couple of modifications to this. What he'd done was added some elastic, like a bungee cord, kind of rips like a, well, just like elastic cord. He's kind of twisted it around itself, and it acts as a tensioner in high wind. He says you can stretch it tight, and what it will do is instead of it yanking on your guy ropes or your guy lines and putting strain on the joints and the stitchings, he said that it worked really well. It would also allow flex. Man, this ground's got a lot of stones in it. So this has only got one pole, as you would have seen me just insert through the centre of it. And what it kind of does is it uses two fiberglass miniature poles in these ends here, and this is kind of how it holds itself up. It's quite a cool design. It's not very, I mean, last night was 30-mile-an-hour-ish winds, 35-mile-an-hour-ish winds, and the tent stayed upright, wasn't flapping around too hard. I didn't need to get out and adjust it at all, which was cool. I do kind of struggle with getting it to what I could consider taut enough, but I think that's just a trial and error. I think I'm a little bit scared to yank on these guy ropes too hard in case they pull out, and I'm going to have to move that. So this is the other problem with this using a tent. I don't, oh shit, that bent that up. I don't normally use a tent. Like I said, I normally use a hammock, and I know full well that my hammock fits between two trees like that, which is probably 6-7 meters apart, quite perfectly, and ridgeline above it. Well, it means I also get a seat that I can have at just about knee height, and it's quite comfortable to sit in, get in and out of. It keeps you suspended off the ground just enough that you haven't got to worry about your hammock sinking in the night and sort of pulling into the ground, because I've seen that a few times. You set the hammock up and then by the morning your back's touching the floor, and that's not a fun experience, especially when it's cold. And the other way that I can set it up in about, well, I can get the ridge line and the tarpaulin up in 20 seconds if I needed to. It takes me longer to take my pack off and drop it and get it out than it does to actually set the ridge line and the tarpaulin up. Right, this is ridiculous. This ground's like concrete. I'll be right back. If you're wondering what this axe is, it's a Hultafors Swedish axe. It's a cross between two different axes. The actual bit itself is a cross between a forestry axe and a hunting axe. So the grind's slightly different compared to most hatchets and most other axes you'll see. It's quite good. It's quite heavy for what it is. It's a lot heavier than my older hatchet. It's also a lot longer. That one being a 17-inch handle, my other one being a 12. But the other one is only a B&Q special, And although it's okay, it is just that, okay. Whereas this thing is hand forged. Well, say hand forged. It's still forged with machines, but it's done by hand rather than an automated machine. You can actually go onto the YouTube and have a look around their factory, I do believe. But it is a lovely piece of kit, and it's one of those that when I'm done with it, I can pass it down to my kids. It's heirloom quality if you keep it right, treat it right. I probably don't even need all these. It's not meant to get windy tonight, I don't think, but I'd rather do it now than have to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning when the tent's trying to lift off the ground. I'm going to need to move some stuff from around here. I've been moving a lot of that stuff behind there anyway. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's a campsite here from all the crap that's been left lying around. Maybe hide it, push it to one side. It's quite well secluded here. But if you're burning this amount of firewood on a night, there's definitely you're definitely going to be drawing attention to yourself. Yes, sir. There's a little knot there. Yeah, cool. The humble abode for the night. This is another little mod that the previous owner put on. He said what he was doing is attaching this somehow to his walking stick or his walking pole, and I don't know what exactly he was doing with it, but he was having it so it was like maybe pitched up like this, and then guy line out to kind of stretch it out maybe. I mean, you could do if you wanted to sit in there, but I'd just rather sit outside. You watch, I just rolled all that up, right? I'm going to put this on here and you watch it all fall out and come unrolled. Alright, doesn't it? Huh. Oh, might as well do all this now. I was just going to get the tent up and chill for a bit, but we might as well do this now. Now the tent's set up, we'll get the little sleep mat out, Thermarest, can't remember the model, Trail Pro. Apparently it's rated down to -10, -11, I don't know. I don't really know how they rate these things down to a temperature level on an R rating these days, but I mean, it does fold down pretty small, and it is kind of long, but as you can see, it's not really, you know, that's touching the floor, and it comes to my neck. So my feet overhang off the bottom, or my head hangs off the top. Oh, we got long-tailed tree rat. He's not happy. He's throwing stuff at us. Oh yeah, told you. What did I tell you? Unrolled. Dog shit. This is a self-inflating mat, apparently. I mean, when you open it, you can hear it. Oh, it is. It's sucking. I don't know if you can hear that. Also got this little thing. It's a Thermarest air pump, but it's about as useless as a chocolate kettle, really. As useful as a chocolate kettle, should I say. I mean, it does work. It takes about 3 hours to get it where you can still have to blow it for about 3 days to blow it up. We'll just leave that in there going for a minute. And you know the basic crack now, sleeping bag, move the gear across, try and fit the bag in the vestibule area without it intruding into the living space so much. And then it's going to be coffee, dinner, clean the pots, and then probably bedtime, because I'm not being funny, I'm feeling kind of beat today. I don't know if it's where I haven't had a lot of water all day, but I'm going to have to get the rehydration tablets out, dry the Grail cup, because it's the biggest one I got, fill that, drop 2 of those hydration tablets in there, maybe a vitamin, no, that'd be gross, they're orange, one's blackcurrant. We'll go for the hydration tablets, 2 of those, 750 millilitres of water, neck that, go to sleep I reckon, ready for the morning, and I might bring you back for dinner actually, and have my reaction on what this bolognese is like. But until that point, I'll leave you to it, and hopefully it shouldn't be too long before the air mattress is up, and not too long before I'll have you back with me. But until then, we'll catch you then.